Hello everyone and welcome back to another brand new video. Today we're going to be going over the most recent episode of Pokemon Horizons, and in today's episode we finally get the return of Friede. So in the last episode we ended with Dot getting a phone call from Friede, and that continues on in this episode, and we basically learn that Friede has been in space this entire time. No clue how he even got there. I guess he'll explain soon. But yeah, somehow, even though he fell in Laqua, he was in space this whole time. At least after a year, the year time skip, he'd somehow made it to space. But we can discuss all that later. The main point of today's episode was basically just allowing Friede to safely land onto the airship. And they spent a lot of time in the beginning just setting that up, like how they can save his ship as it's gonna land. And basically be like a cushion for him to safely get back on the airship. And Ludlow even shows a movie clip of him when he was, an actor when he was younger. And he, I guess, had a film where he was in space and he had to make this landing with these parachutes and how they're basically going to need to cushion Friede's fall in a similar way. So that's essentially what the main plot is. And the only criticism I really have is that it takes so long to get to the actual action of saving Friede and Friede making his landing. We spent like the first 10 minutes just setting everything up, but I guess I understand why they did that. They wanted to build up the tension and save Friede's reveal until the very end. And so of course naturally they are getting to the point where Friede is about to make his landing. They see a ship and they send out all their Pokemon to basically help him out with this landing. But unfortunately the ship just kind of misses the very edge of the Brave Olivine. So it's looking like Friede is going to crash land into the ground, but at the very last second, Cap rushes off the ship to go after him and save the ship. Now, I don't know why during the scene no one else was doing anything. They were just cheering for Cap to save him, even though he was really struggling. But thankfully, Pagogo is able to help him terrestrialize, and we finally get the reveal that Cap was a flying Terra type the entire time, which I think they were kind of hinting at that for ages now, but yeah, we finally got to see Cap terrestrialize. He does have the flying Terra type, and he is able to single-handedly basically save Friede from crashing to the ground by holding up his little airship pod. And then Roy is able to fly back down into the main area of the ship and pilot it just so that Friede can land safely. And so he is able to do so, and everything is all good. And so finally is the moment of truth where he gets out of the airship and we get to see him for the first time since this year time skip. And it is so funny because Orla is just so overwhelmed with emotion that she just rushes over to hug what she thinks is Friede. And I knew she was not hugging Friede because what she was hugging was way too bulky. In fact, Friede was hugging Liko, Roy, and Dot. But Orla was actually hugging Friede's Mega Starmie. Yes, I was literally wondering if Friede was going to have somehow obtained any new Pokemon while in space. And right off the jump, he has this Mega Starmie right next to him, which is what Orla is hugging, which was so funny. Like, that actually got a laugh out of me because I just knew she wasn't hugging Friede. And it was so funny, he just overlooked her for the kids. So that was a funny moment. So we do get to see Friede's face reveal. He has a bit of a longer hair and a different style. And of course he has his new outfit on because he's wearing a spacesuit, but we'll see his main outfit next time. But long story short, Friede has finally returned, and in the next episode, I guess they're gonna celebrate him being back with a battle between him and Roy's now fully evolved Skeledirge. So that's gonna be fun. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this episode. I thought it was pretty funny in the grand scheme of things, especially toward the end. I do think the build-up could have been a bit quicker, but again, I understand why they did it that way. But you guys can let me know what you think. And I'm also really excited to see Ult's interactions with Friede too, since he seemed kind of interested in seeing him when he got back, so we'll see that too. But once again, thank you guys so much for watching this review, and I will see you all next time. Thank you!